Once upon a time, in a dense forest filled with towering trees and soft, mossy ground, there lived a tiny firefly named Flick. Flick was unlike the other fireflies. While they all loved lighting up the night sky, Flick was afraid of the dark. Every evening, as the sun went down and the forest grew shadowy, Flick would hide under a leaf, watching his friends dart and dance through the air, their lights twinkling like stars. "I wish I could be brave like them," Flick would whisper to himself. One day, Flick's best friend, a wise old owl named Oliver, noticed Flick's worry. "Why do you hide away every night, Flick?" Oliver asked kindly. I'm scared of the dark," Flick admitted, his tiny wings drooping. Oliver thought for a moment and then gave Flick a gentle smile. "Courage isn't about not being afraid," he said. "It's about facing your fear, even if you're afraid." Inspired by Oliver's words, Flick decided he would try to be brave. That night, as the sky grew dark, Flick took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and slowly fluttered out from under his leaf. As he opened his eyes, he was surprised to see the world glowing with soft moonlight, the stars twinkling above. But just as Flick began to enjoy the night, he heard a rustling in the bushes nearby. It was a young rabbit named Rosie, who had lost her way and was frightened in the dark. "I can't find my way home!" Rosie cried. Flick's heart pounded with fear, but he remembered Oliver's words. "Maybe I can help," Flick said, trying to keep his voice steady. Flick took a deep breath and, with all his courage, let his light shine bright, casting a warm glow around Rosie. "Follow me," Flick said, leading Rosie through the forest path. With Flick's light guiding the way, Rosie safely reached her burrow. Rosie gave Flick a big hug. "Thank you, Flick. You're so brave," she said gratefully. That night, as Flick looked around the forest, he no longer felt afraid. He had faced the darkness and had helped a friend. Flick realized that sometimes the dark wasn't so scary after all. From that day on, Flick flew with his friends every night, his light shining bright, proud to be the brave little firefly.